That's it.
Wow.
Yes.
For far too long, men and women have been doing the exact same work only for men to earn a little bit more than women do. The glass ceiling effect. For years, women have struggled with the glass ceiling, a social oppression that limits the opportunities and capabilities of women, especially in terms of career and profession. But today, many women have had groundbreaking feats that broke this notion. Today, on Breaking the Glass Ceiling, we meet Josie La Chica Umali, or Itin, the chairperson of the Department of Psychology in Colegio de San Lorenzo along Congressional Avenue, Quezon City.
Hi, I'm Josie La Chica Umali, and you're hanging out with the chairperson of the Psychology Department of Colegio de San Lorenzo. My background and connection to my work today is that I graduated in the University of Santo Tomas with a degree in BS Psychology. And then I took up my master's in Industrial Organizational Psychology units in University of the Philippines. And then I also have units in Values Education, MA degree in Miriam College. And I'm presently finishing my PhD, my doctorate degree in Child and Family Studies. I am already in my dissertation, so hopefully in due time, you can already call me Dr. Umali or Dr. Jositine or Doc Itin. I am basically the academic chairperson, so I handle all the academic requirements as well as advising and giving the right subjects to my students. The daily task that I do is firefighting most of the time because, students, as you very well know, they are already in the stage of identity versus role confusion and also intimacy versus isolation. So aside from the academics, I make sure that they are well-rounded in terms of the other facets of their life. In my classroom, I make sure that they look at me as really their professor, but I make it fun because you know how it is right now. Our kalaban is the social media. Kulang na lang tumambling kami minsan, tumulay sa alambre, kumain ng apoy para, to get the attention of the students.
And one way to balance out the kinetic energy that flows in our body is through what we call the EFT. This is a psychotherapy that we use either in counseling or in a clinical setting. So first is recognize the problem. Even in assessment, di ba yan ang una natin kailangan malaman? Kaya dinadala sa atin ng pasyente or ang client or ang protocol is because there is a problem.
So the glass ceiling effect is an unacknowledged, unseen, unbreachable barrier for professional advancement. And particularly, the ones suffering from it are the women and the minorities. I think that gender stereotype and sexism still exist in the workplace. If a male student or a colleague of mine will say something like, you're so beautiful, probably you're a vampire, paggatin mo nga ako. Something like that, to that effect. One, if that person is close to me, I kid around with that person. But if that person is not close to me at all, like it's the first time that I've met that person, I say, well, this probably is not the time. If you get to know me better, you might not want me to bite you. Something like that. That will just turn them off right away. And they know that I mean business and that I mean what I am as a woman, that they cannot just say these things to me.
So these negative feelings are good. However, we have to translate it into something positive. So when you are bombarded by so much negative, you have to balance it out.
So we women, we have our voice, we have our rights, and if you know your rights and you know that you can speak out, it wouldn't be difficult. I speak out. I'm strong, I'm tough. And sometimes you just have to establish immediately who you are as a professional and who you are as a person. Everything begins with a single thought. So make sure that the single thought that you immediately think of, you can train your mind that thought must be positive. I find it a privilege and an honor to be a woman. Amazing day. I'm Jositine La Chica Umali. You can call me Miss Itin or Prof Itin. I am the psychology chairperson of Colegio de San Lorenzo. Thanks for hanging out with me.
The glass ceiling is all that it is said to be made of, glass, and it can be shattered by the very women it affects. Capabilities and potential are not shaped by sex and gender. We all have it in us to get past limitations, and we are proud of our women as beings of success and power. Women who made it. Hang out with us again next week as we take another peek into the life of a woman breaking the glass ceiling. This week's episode does prove to us that the struggle is real, but so is our power. Our episode must come to a close, but that doesn't mean the conversation has to, so please keep using the hashtags #HangoutsWithHer and #TheStruggleIsReal to keep the ball rolling. So as with all good things, this hangout must come to an end, but we've got more in store for you. Next week, we'll be talking about damsels in success. Yes, so watch out for that. Again, I'm your resident gal and hangout buddy, Yani Mayo. Thanks for hanging out with me. Next week again, G.